Let's talk the infestation of feminism. It has got way out of hand. It's been on this increase since, gosh, I remember writing about it in 2017 about the pendulum swinging too far the other way. And you could see it happening. You started seeing it, how labels started coming out of toxic masculinity, which really massively increased when we had all the lockdown here in Australia. You know, those that stand up, that will stand for what they're passionate about, often get told that they get seen as a troublemaker or they get silenced. There is a much bigger picture playing out as well. So this toxic, all these labels like toxic masculinity, of making men wrong, for silencing them, for hushing them. I've seen it when there's been feminists in a forum and men have been hushed and silenced and shut down, and women's voices have been overpowering them. You see, it's not about men or women. Inequality, this is where it's gone misguided. People think inequality is something outside of themselves. Inequality is about something within each individual, which needs to come into alignment, which needs to come into balance. I.e., if there's something within you that you feel there's something in the other that is threatening, that they have more rights than you, start looking at what it is within self that you need to build up and focus on in self. We have, on an even bigger picture, this whole, if you look at a game of chess, all you have to do on a game of chess is bring the queen out, expose the queen, i.e. create scenarios like the feminism movement and the infestation of feminism, and then the labels of the toxic masculinity, and then she will find that there are no kings that are protecting her. When you expose the queen, then you create a weak society. She is easy to be attacked. You see, a lot of these feminists that have risen to the top have been agreeable. They've jumped into line, they've followed orders, they're easy to manipulate, they're easy to control, and they've been given this leg up, like this boost. I've seen it on social media, I've seen it on LinkedIn, because they're following along with the agenda. Let's weaken men, let's make men scared and afraid to speak up, to raise their voice. Women like me that stand by men that often get scorned by the feminists. Now, I'm not saying how intention of how feminism started was to bring equality, but yet, like I said just before, equality is an inside job. It's not something that's outside of yourself. So if you're still playing that game, if you're still playing in that agenda, and you're a woman and you're seeing it as oh no, I'm really empowered, I'm really being in my power, it's man that's the issue, it's the toxic masculinity, I invite you to take a good look at what is happening deep inside you. Your inner masculine, your wounded inner masculine, which for many feminists has become this protective armor on the outside of seeing men as the enemy, but actually not realizing the truest enemy is within you. And I speak to each individual, including myself. Now, yes, there are many incidents, sadly, what we're seeing in Australia, you know, we talk about domestic violence, and it's actually men that are experiencing more physical domestic violence than women. So we have this society that has been wired, part of the agenda, to continue weakening men, to continue attempting to silence men. If you're a man and you're a woman, like, be willing to stand up. Be willing to stand up for what you believe in. Be willing to stand up and fight for both, because it's not about making women wrong, making men wrong. I see feminists as individuals, women that have not fully healed that inner masculine within themselves. And as a woman that has 2 boys, 2 young men, confident young men, you know, I will stand and I will express my truth, because I don't want them to be living in a world where they're hushed in silence, or girls treat them disrespectfully and they think they can get away with it. They think they can hit them, or they can speak illy of them and get away with it. They think that it's okay to abuse another. That is not empowerment. That is someone that's weak. That is someone that's weak and little. So my question for you is, are you going to remain a weak little human, or are you going to see that you have to be the change? For the men that over-dominate women and that are coming at it from that side, and there's a small minority where women are trapped in situations, then one person needs to step away. Those men, it's about connecting to the divine feminine within. Connecting to that, not being afraid of the chaos. You see, people are afraid of the chaos because they're scared of losing control. When a society can keep people in corners and in sides, then they hide in groups, they huddle behind labels, and all these labels are doing are disempowering. It's individuals that are unwilling to take responsibility for themselves, unwilling to be rejected or abandoned by society because you're standing for what you believe in. Holy shit, 7 minutes, 7 seconds. I'm going to be sharing more on this. I've been talking about this for years, and you know what's been really fascinating? I stand with women, I stand with men. I'm not the enemy. I'm here, it's what I do in my coaching, is expose it all, bring it all up to the surface so you can see what is really going on. Because all that is happening is relationships are being damaged, the family unit is being damaged, and when you can do that, you weaken society, and when you weaken society, you make society easy to control, easy to manipulate, and easy to coerce. My name is Zoe-Anna. I look forward to hearing your responses below. There was a lot in there, there's a lot I'm going to re-unpack with all that I shared in that message. Have a beautiful day, and never, never forget your voice. Even if others reject you, even if society abandons you or makes you be out to be in the enemy, stand in your truth. Many of us were born rebels. We came out this way. We're mavericks. We came up here to shake it up, to stir it up, to be catalysts of truth, so we can return to a place of divinity, of unity. And we will never come to divinity and unity when your only separation is within. Have a beautiful and magical day.